This is a potential combination that's been discussed for many years. Woodside, the largest energy company listed in Australia, Santos, its smaller rival. A combination has appeared to many to be relatively compelling for some time. What the companies have told us late Thursday is that they have held some early stage discussions, some preliminary talks. Obviously, no guarantee that that leads to any kind of transaction, but those talks are ongoing. Separately, Santos has also confirmed that it's talking with its advisors. It's reviewing a number of other potential structural options. It's really looking to sort of unlock what it sees as unrealized value. Santos, much like much of the energy sector, really underperforming at this point.
Yeah, what's driving the prospects for oil and gas producers in Asia, David?
Well, look, it's a view on demand, and unsurprisingly, somewhat, these oil and gas producers remain incredibly bullish on the medium and long-term outlook for their products, particularly LNG, liquefied natural gas. Now, Woodside have been probably the most vocal proponents, along with peers like Shell and BP, in insisting there is a long-term role for LNG, even in a world that's decarbonising, in a world that's, as we know from COP28, looking to triple renewables. You'll still need LNG as a complement to those renewables. That's Woodside's outlook. That's why it's pursuing lots of growth options, a pipeline of more than 20 billion projects, and potentially also looking to combine with its competitor.
Does that mean we're likely to see other interest too?
Look, it's possible. This sector has been somewhat in the middle of a deal frenzy right now. We've seen some of the largest oil and gas companies in the US flush with cash, of course, from those windfall profits after energy prices spiked last year. We've seen Exxon, Chevron out there doing deals. So I guess it is possible that we'll see rival bidders, particularly if companies want more exposure to demand centers in Asia, and particularly those who are looking for more LNG.
David, I'm just curious if there are any regulatory concerns, because we have seen a couple of these massive deals now, Exxon and Pioneer, Chevron and Hess. Would there be any concerns there?
Look, I think that is a genuine concern. I think that's something already this morning we're hearing sort of analysts, some of the market observers sort of flag as a potential risk. This deal is certainly one that Australian regulators would take a very close look at. Whether those prove to be obstacles to any transaction, I think that's harder to see. I think ultimately this is something that could get regulator approval.